Good morning. Welcome to the morning session. It's Tuesday, the 16th of June. We're going to sit for 20 minutes. You can sit for 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever is good for you. So let's begin. Good morning. So, what do we talk about? Let's go with Buddha. So, third noble truth in Buddhism is we must put an end to attachment and desire. As the two before that, the first one is the noble truth is that there is suffering. The second one is that suffering is caused by attachment and desire. And the third noble truth is we must get rid of attachment and desire if we want to be free of suffering. And suffering in this instance again it's not about physical pain or anything like that. Suffering is our mental suffering, that which distracts us from being our natural, joyful, blissful self. And then the fourth noble truth on getting rid of desire and attachment give us the eightfold pathway. So there is a way, there's a structured way to get rid of desire and attachment that leads us to suffering. We can have a desire for going on holidays, better life, all that stuff, as long as it's not overtaking us to the point where if we don't get what we want, we're going to struggle and be upset and suffer. So the eightfold pathway is a series of rights, like right understanding, right intention, right speech, right action, right thinking, right concentration, right mindfulness, right focus. It's a bunch of rights. But the first two, which everything else hinges on, is right understanding and then right intention. So the right understanding of that desire and attachment in order to transmute or get rid of it is fundamental. It's core. The right understanding of a desire and attachment. How do we do that? How do we understand it? And we will not come to fully understand our desires and attachments, I believe, until we stop. We have to actually just stop and sit with our suffering to understand what, if the given is that desire and attachment causes that suffering. We have to actually fully stop ourselves and look at our thinking and understand our thinking to recognize where is that desire or attachment in the first place. What is the underlying desire or attachment that we have that has set that suffering in place? And it can be very, very deep-seated. It can be something that has been set in there from a very, very young age. So this is where the sitting and the understanding to quieten and just look at what is that suffering that's caused by desire and attachment. All my suffering. If I'm constantly in a rush, if I'm constantly chasing whatever it is, but I have this habit, this way of being, of chasing, of running, then when we stop So what am I running for? So when we're running or chasing, it can be two things. We can be running towards something to attain something, or running away from something. And as an example of that, we can have a deep-seated belief that we are not good enough. And this is very, very common in our society. Because somewhere back along the way, inadvertently, not necessarily intentionally, sometimes intentionally, things are said to us by someone we believed as a child of authority, whether it was a teacher back in the day, the priests, our parents, someone, an elder sibling. Someone said to us, you're stupid, you'll never get to be something, you're slow, you're whatever it was, you're ugly, you're not attractive, whatever. And let's play the ugly one, let's say that's what was said. And somehow it got embedded as a truth. And it's not hard then to guess what's going to come from that. But it's constantly chasing the running away, chasing to be pretty, or running away from that idea that we're ugly. The weekend I mentioned I was at a wedding, and this is, as an example of it. There was this girl that was there, seemed to be pretty in the whatever that means. And as she would walk around, you could see that she was looking to see, are people noticing her? And I later learned that there was two sisters, and one of them is she does modeling, and they fought a lot, and they fell out because one was always seen as the more attractive, more beautiful, more pretty, whatever that means to whomever. And so her suffering is that it's somewhere back along the way she was told she was pretty, came to believe that that was really important above all else. And from that day forward, her game has been set to chase the attention, to chase that compliment. Oh, you're looking so beautiful. Oh my God, you're so pretty. Oh my God, how you're dressed. What a tormented life that will be, constantly chasing the compliment, constantly chasing that attention. And when she's not getting that attention, there is going to be suffering. There is going to be the search, the constant search outside of herself to validate her beauty, to validate herself within society based on an idea that that's what she must be. So today, as you travel, if you find there's some part of you that's suffering, try and notice what's suffering. Be gentle. Stop. Notice. Last week I talked about Roat. Rest back into yourself. Observe where you're suffering. Allow that to be there. And as you allow it to be there, the truth of it will start to bubble up. The truth of that suffering will bubble up. And then there's a transmutation, transformation, a letting go, a softening, a shift. You have a beautiful day.